Most of your body is run by your conscious mind. When you have that, you're only actually privy to about maybe 10% of all sensory information that comes into your body, that comes in and out of your body. The reason being is that your conscious mind runs everything. The subconscious runs all the other organ systems in your body. You don't sit there and consciously try to blink your own eyes, pump your own blood, breathe in oxygen, exhale oxygen. You don't do those systems. They work on their own. And what happens is when you have certain disease processes and inflammatory processes going on constantly and overtaxing the body, your body tries to fight them regularly, but what happens is when you start feeling pains and certain things where you start getting sick and run down, that's when your body, like I said, is overloaded, says enough's enough. It's been fighting this whole time. When you take these vacations and you feel much more rested, everyone feels better. If you take a nice relaxing vacation, because there's different types of vacations, and then you come back to work on Monday, and now all of a sudden you're like, I feel great, I feel rejuvenated. You took yourself out of that stressful environment and those things that were making you sick and unhealthy in the first place, rejuvenated your body and took them off to allow that inflammation to actually go down. Clinically, inflammation shows up in various parts of the body. In your airway, you've got mucus buildups, coughs, runny noses, sinus issues, sinus infections. I know a lot of patients I have come to my office with chronic sinus issues. In this area, for some reason, I also notice a lot of asthma. I believe that's because one thing with the Northeast mentality is we go, 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 go. We don't slow down. Not slowing down, again, you overload the system. Intestines shows up as diarrhea, acid reflux, indigestion, bloating. Normal things that some people just figure, oh, it's just how it is, I always get it, or it's around that time of month. For female patients, for those type of people, females, the menstrual cycle tends to exacerbate or make it more known to you that you have certain issues that are coming on. You might not notice as much because now you have more hormones pumping through your body and your blood and your veins and everything, and they're sending signals going all over the place as well. So your body, what's normally having to deal with what's going on in your normal stress of every day, is now being diverted to go and work with hormones and what's going on with the normal menstrual cycle. So how can we fix this? First off, we stop overloading the system. We've got to look at ourselves, look at what we do in a normal day, see that if I work 80 hours a week, that's really not a healthy thing for you. Try to start to, look at what your stressors are in your normal day. This is what comes down to big classes now, this big thing is stress management, because stress kills. By doing that, it'll help you not get as sick as often, or you're going to be able to be healthier sooner. That would be on the emotional side. Chemically, let's start eating a little bit better, start eating a little healthier. Eugene knows a lot about that. Start cutting out the processed foods. Try to eat healthier, more well-rounded foods, more nutrient-laden foods, stuff that's more organic. Drink more water, that kind of stuff that most people don't realize they don't drink enough water. They think they do, but they don't. And also, the nervous system runs everything. Your brain is the control center for everything. Your nervous system is screwed up and you're not getting to where you're getting proper signals shooting to the organs, to the muscles, to the rest of the body. What happens is they start to malfunction. Not at the level that you have failure of organs or muscles or anything like that, but that's when you start getting the aches, the pains, the bloating, certain things like that. They're telling you and telling the brain that things are going off, and you've got to stop what you're doing to help you get back into that state of wellness. Now, getting sick from time to time is really not a bad thing. To pump drugs, what your body does when it gets sick, it's telling you slow down. If you can slow down and just relax and try to start, sleep a little bit more, drink a little more water, try to eat a little healthier for that time, you're going to be able to curb some of those symptoms that you get that are going to knock you out, instead of taking natural synthetic drugs or any type of cough syrups or anything like that for your body. Trying to think if I got anything else I need to cover here. Do you have any questions on what? Yes.
Using a chiropractor. Is using a chiropractor more preventative, or is it when someone has an ailment?
Most people come to see a chiropractor because they have an ailment because of what they don't know about what it is. Chiropractic is more of a preventative medicine. We do symptomatic care, but a lot of the problems, like I said, the last thing to show up is pain. The first thing to go away is pain, because everyone says they go to a chiropractor, oh, they fix me, I feel good for 3 days, then it hurts again. Well, usually you've come at the point of the process where now you're consciously aware of what's been going on for the last 15, 20 years of your life. When you were, 20 years old and you fell down the stairs, you set yourself into a certain disease process where the muscles and the bones are all off, because structure affects function and function affects structure. So if the structures are off and you're putting pressures on different parts of the body, what will happen is those pressures will eventually start to cause the function to not work at 100%. So if that's not working, so you kind of have this vicious cycle of what's going on. By getting more of a preventative approach to it and getting yourself out of symptom-based care and work into a preventative model, then you're not going to get as sick as much. Things are going to be working. If you're working at 100%, you don't feel everything else. You feel you have more energy. It can change everything that you can do in a normal day. So it's more of a preventative approach and holistic approach, per se, than just because when you go by symptoms, you're kind of going by what this is the body's manifesting sickness, because something else is going on in the body. It's not because, oh, I have low back pain because of this or that. Well, it could be because of this, that, or various cascaded things where, okay, well, we find out that actually, your back hurts because you're completely unhappy at work. You hate your job. You hate going in every morning. You dread it. So what happens? Your body manifests it. Now, next thing you know, your shoulders are tightening up, and you just walk around just, I hate this. And when you're feeling like that, that'll take a huge toll on you physically. That answers the question. Questions? Anyone else? Yes, Jerry.
In that regard, Andy, with your patients, if they're coming in and saying to you, I have a pain,
right,
do you really need to do kind of a lifestyle analysis to really get at why this pain may be manifesting itself now versus what had built up to really cause it?
I usually will go into that, especially when I have patients that come and I said, I have back pain. I don't know what happened. It hurts. Hurts all the time. I don't remember exactly what I did. Some people do know exactly what they did. But sometimes I'll even show them and go, okay, well, let's look at what you do. Okay, you're a roofer. You normally do this. We look at what you do during the day, what you're doing. Most people, what they do in their entire day-to-day, they're at work. More often, the averages of many hours of what you do. So let's look at what you do there. And if repetitive things are going on, you start to set yourself up because your body can only be taxed out so much. It's like people who go and do yard work over the weekend. Saturday they're fine. Sunday they're starting to really, because they're already taxed out, they're burned up, but yet they still have to get this done, get it done, get it done. And next thing you know it, Monday morning, oh Christ, I can't walk. Well, you already overdid it. Your body's not used to it. So let's see what you did. If you're using those certain muscle groups or certain this or doing this or you're eating this way all the time, if your body's already in an inflammatory state, it's going to manifest its way out that way. Like where you might be, where you're so inflamed, you're going to go do something, and I've had people who throw out their back by picking up a pencil. I remember exactly. I bent over to pick up a pencil and I couldn't get up. Well, that pencil's not that heavy. The muscles last time I checked can pick up a pencil. So something else has been working and you've been doing the same thing for a while, so let's look at your lifestyle. Let's see what you're doing, how you're eating, how everything works together to try to get you out of pain, get you to the point that, okay, let's get you where you really should be. Make you eat right, make you work right. Ergonomics. You'd be amazed how many people don't know how to use their own body and what they do. You can see them doing something, this is how I type. Now you should be in here, here, here. Then you're not going to be in pain. It's just very interesting that most people aren't ever really taught how to use their bodies. Gym classes really didn't do a good job.